in case you were still wondering, why is it that so many good quality men who have a lot to offer, why is it that they are seemingly giving up on finding the one? What do I mean, the one? I mean that good woman that's going to hold him down and love on him, a woman that he can properly love and provide for and protect, start a family with. Why is it that so many successful, capable men are saying, no, I give up. I am done. I refuse to go down that rabbit hole again and get my damn feelings hurt or just waste my time. Well, we have another example of why that is. Okay, y'all like the video, share the video, and subscribe, and let's get into this. Now, this says nobody talks about the guilt of not liking back the kindest guy you know would treat you right. Doesn't this sound familiar? Oh no, it's not you, it's me. I just don't see you like that. Oh, I'm just not ready for a relationship. But then when it comes to the guys who dog them out and toss them to the wolves, yeah, I'm ready and willing to bend over backwards for you. But this right here is a prime example of why the men have given up. And let's make no doubt about this. She represents a whole lot of women out there that feel the exact same way that she feels. They think how she thinks, and I would even go as far as saying that they would also have it in their minds that they're a good woman. I'm a good woman. I'm one of the good apples. Yeah. And that's why I call y'all out. See, the reason why I go so hard on women in general is not only because I care about us and I want the best for us, but I see even the quote unquote good women all the way down to the for the streets women doing things like this, saying things like this, and then being highly regretful and remorseful later, talking about shoulda, coulda, woulda. Now they want to give that good guy a chance. Now they want the kindness from said guy that they rejected, but now he's rejecting them. But y'all like the video, share the video, and subscribe, and let's hear what she has to say. Run the clip.
Nobody talks about the guilt of not liking back the kindest guy you know would treat you right. Like, he's sweet, he's respectful, he's probably the guy your mom would love for you to be with, and yet something in you just doesn't click. And then you feel bad because you can't even explain why. Like, how do you tell someone it's not you, it's just that my heart's not in it? It almost makes you feel ungrateful because there are people out here begging for someone like him. But here you are, not feeling it. And the worst part is you can see he would move mountains for you. But you also know that if you forced yourself to be with him, it wouldn't be fair. Not to him, not to you. Sometimes the kindest thing you can do is not lead someone on. And yeah, it's hard, but you can't fake love, y'all. It's either there or it's not.
Now, y'all heard what she said all the way through and through. And y'all like the video for me, but y'all heard what she said. She's like, look, you can't fake it. I don't like you. And tragically, I've heard so many women say things like, I can't even explain why. Like, he's a great guy and he is the type of guy that a woman would want to take home to meet the family. I'm pretty sure my father or my mother would have loved for him to be my husband, the father of my children, so on and so forth. But I just don't like him, right? I just don't see myself with him. And for whatever reason, they are passing these good men up. And then before long, they are being very, very remorseful, like I said earlier, and highly regretful about fumbling these guys. Because what ultimately always happens is life. And what do I mean by that? What I mean by that is after you have set yourself out for the streets, being reckless and ran through, going and pattern yourself after the hot girls and city girls, getting these botched BBLs and, just doing all of these grand, great things in order to attract low quality, low budget guys. Then y'all want to later on down in life say, you know what, I messed up. I did things backwards by trying to cater to the type of men who were toxic, the type of men who did not respect me, that did not treat me with the kindness that this good quality man over here treated me with. And the egg ends up on your face. And one of the greatest things that she said throughout this whole clip, as far as her feeling so guilty about not liking back the guy who is pretty much the ideal guy that was probably your damn husband, was the fact that she said, and it's not fair. Sometimes the best thing that you can do for a guy like that is to just walk away and not waste his time. And you're right, ma'am. This is why it's a little bit bittersweet for me when it comes to situations like this, and they are in abundance. The situations like this to where you are being presented with a good quality man that could love you properly, take care of you, that you can love back, and live happily ever after. It's bittersweet because on one hand, you are doing this guy a favor by freeing him up, by not having him waste his time and his life on you because you're trash. And then on the flip side, it's like still bitter because I know what the end of the road looks like for a lot of these chicks out there. These guys are not waiting around for y'all. That's done. These guys waiting at the end of the rainbow like they used to back in the day, that is just a complete and total wrap. You messed up, ma'am. Fend for yourself. You can't come back. A lot of guys are setting it up to where you cannot double back to him later talking about I'm sorry and hey, big head. That's just a done deal. So for me, it pains me because you could get older, more wise, more mature, and realize the faults of your ways and so on and so forth. But by that time, you're just not a good catch for those guys. By that time, he's already moved on. He's already found him a new woman, or he's just not checking for you. Like, no, maybe you're out of shape now. Maybe you have a bad reputation now, or maybe he's comfortable with being alone. And that is what I am hearing so many men say. And I really hate that. All right. I never would have thought I would come to a day to where the majority or the bulk of men will be out here praising single life, talking about, yeah, it's more peaceful over here. Like, what? Trash. I do not like how the relationship world is set up today. Like, it's just completely out of whack. But that is due to a lot of the women like her who feel like, oh, yeah, I'll be outside and I'll be living my best life. And, it's not you, it's me. But if I get to a point later on to where I do feel like I kind of messed up, then I'll hit you up. No, F you. These guys are able to see and witness firsthand how you all prioritize trash guys over them. You said you wanted to provide. You said you wanted a good man with good character and all that. I was him, and I was not good enough. So how about you go out there with those trash guys that y'all love to complain about and share and figure it out on your own. Don't come back to me later. And that right there really is just bothersome for me. She said, if you don't love this person, you can't force it. Like, you can't make love just appear. But I find that to be very, very funny because when y'all are alone, struggling, out in the cold, and y'all tired of the streets, then y'all don't mind trying to force love. Then y'all don't mind trying to wait it out and see if the love grows on you. Right? But as long as y'all feel like y'all have options and y'all have time and you'll be able to come back later, then it's like, no, I'm not forcing anything. Oh, no, I'm not settling for anything. And so now y'all are struggling and now y'all are looking stupid because you come to realize that, yeah, I messed up. And I really want to drive the point home of how a lot of chicks out there will do their damnness to make sure that they are appealing to the most low vibrational of men. And then when they come to realize that this is not the lifestyle that I wanted, now they want to say, oh, I messed up. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm regretful. I did life wrong. As a matter of fact, I came across a chick that said that, yeah, I went outside and I got me a BBL because all of the no good trash guys that were popular, that were out here slutting women out, they like those type of women. And so I said, hey, how about I go and botch my body up? How about I get stuffed with all my damn fat from my gut and then I'll get those guys' attention. Screw those good guys. Screw those kind guys. I want him. I want the futures of the world. All right. Forget Russell Wilson. I want Future. And to me, that's also crazy. These chicks were up and down. I want Russell Wilson. I need to know what Ciara's prayer was. But lo and behold, if a Russell Wilson were to tap you on the shoulder today, y'all would say he was lame, boring, gay, square, not good enough, so on and so forth. But I'm going to insert a clip right now of a chick saying just that. Yeah, I did try to, mold myself to fit the ideal standard of these crappy guys while turning away the good men. And now I really regret that.
A lot of people who wasn't looking my way before started to look my way now. And then unfortunately, when you realize that these same people that wasn't even checking you out before is actually lames in real life, and the people who actually checked for you before the BBL was actually one of the realest people. Yeah.
So this really is happening. I am not making these things up. A lot of chicks are being very honest about what they are doing, how they, kind of screwed up their lives, and they are trying to tweak things so they can have a better outcome and result. But again, the unfortunate part about it all is it's too late. Like, it's a lot of guys out there. It's like, no, I gave up. I am not going to be your rebound. I am not going to be your cleanup guy. I am not going to be your fall guy, your safety net. No, no, no. I don't trust it. And it was some women in the comments that were pretty much backing up the point of a lot of chicks out there liking the toxic men and putting down and shaming the good quality guys, right? So one chick said, oh, the good men are always so boring. And what makes that so tragic is the fact that that comment alone got over 6,000 likes. So a guy responded to her and said, boring because of not being toxic. And that is actual fact. And I love the fact that a chick came through and she backed that up. She said, female here, it's not deep. Y'all just prefer toxicity and drama. You prefer to beg someone to treat you right instead of being with someone who was already trying to treat you right. Women who love themselves love being with people who show us love. And what's so crazy is the woman right here in this video, she responded and she said, so true. And it took me 46 years to realize this. And you know what else? I would not be surprised if this chick right here in this video comes to the realization that, yeah, that guy that I said I couldn't force myself to be with, she's all in his inbox later. She's texting him. She's calling him. She's responding to all of his stories on Instagram talking about, hey, just checking in on you. Hey, just seeing how you've been doing. Because now she sees, damn, those guys out there that I was trying to chase up behind, they were trash. They didn't want me. They were not kind. They were not sweet. A lot of them didn't have no damn respect for me. So yeah, as you heal, evolve, grow, become more wise and mature, you start to realize these things. But again, ladies, it may be too damn late. Wake up, because the men out here, they're done with it. As a matter of fact, fellas, y'all do a favor for me right now after y'all like the video, share the video, and subscribe. And ladies in the comments, y'all do the same thing if you feel where I'm coming from. But I want to see something. Do y'all feel like a lot of the women out there are under the impression that they will be able to come back to y'all later once they've screwed their lives up, and once they have been able to get reckless and ran through? Like, put a 2 in the chat if y'all really feel like the bulk of women out there have it in their minds that, yeah, I'll have a guy wait for me at the finish line later. It does not matter how much I mess my life up. Put a 2. Okay. Ladies, if you want to be real enough, let me know how y'all feel about this too. I'm gonna put it too, because I really do feel like there's a lot of chicks out there that are under the impression of, yeah, I'll waste my time. I'll go ahead and do what I want to do. And then if all this fails, I'll come back to good guy Gary. I'll go ahead and say, oh, well, I was just young and dumb and I just was not ready for a relationship. I don't know. They make up things, right? But at the end of the day, I do feel like a lot of chicks do that. Put a 1 in the chat if you're like, nah, women don't do that. It's just that these men are trash, and then the good ones, they are ugly. What else they say about the good men? They're lame, they're boring. Let me know. All right. But I'm gonna drop a 2 right now, because I do feel like a lot of chicks do that. Even when it comes to the guys who are not lame, who are not unattractive, who do have motion. It's just like, yeah, you got all of the great qualities and perks that a woman would look for in a man. But again, you're lacking the drama. You're lacking the toxicity. I need to be able to be put on my toes in the worst of ways. I like to have my adrenaline rushing. I like having anxiety. I like having to compete for your love, affection, adoration, attention. Like, I love that. All right. But this is what's happening. And this is why y'all are fumbling and getting that good old humbling. And we can already see from that comment alone that this chick right here, she's feeling it. And what's very scary is that she's damn near 50 years old, and it's taking her that long to understand that she is the problem. But y'all like the video for me, share the video and subscribe. Let me know y'all thoughts, opinions about this in the comment section down below. I'm gonna get ready to go to the gym, get my workout in, and I'm gonna check y'all in the next dope discussion. Much love and peace to my crown heads.